All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Monday Motivation Writing Sprints. So happy to have you here. We're waiting on one more guest, Zara from Inimitable Books. So they should be popping in shortly, but we saw um, Felicia, number one, first, as always. She can always comment first. I love it. um, but I know everyone here so far knows me. But it's been almost 2 weeks now since the cover reveal and pre-order campaign started for Diamond Bright and Broken. So if you haven't pre-ordered yet, you can check it out. The link is down below. Um, I'll be sharing more about the book in the months to come until it's released in April. And then I have a lovely co-host slash friend here with me, and she should be here for some sprints in the future too. So, and Kristen's also linked down below. So if you want to introduce yourself.
Sure. Hi, I'm Kristin Ardis. I'm usually in the comments on Monday nights. I haven't been in a while, 'cause just life, but Kristin writes a novel on here, but Kristin Ardis books elsewhere. But I have my debut YA fantasy, Smoke and Light, that releases in March 2024, like almost exactly a month before Holly releases A Diamond Bright and Broken, which is really fun. But right now it's available as like an early access campaign on Kickstarter. So if you want to check that out, it's linked in my links, like my link tree. And if you go to Kickstarter and search Smoke and Light, it'll come right up. But it's so fun, and it's been really exciting to have the last couple of weeks so much support and encouragement and fun things. So
Yay, I'm super excited to read it. I backed the Kickstarter. It is linked down below. So you can have a direct link.
Hooray. Yeah, I was like, I actually don't know what links are down there.
Yeah, your Instagram and Kickstarter. So
oh, awesome.
Sometimes I am thrown off and forget to like link people's things, but I was like, I'm remembering this time.
Appreciate it.
And Heather's here. Hello, Heather. She was just here this weekend. So it was so good to give her hugs. And I gave her a hug this morning, and now she's so far away. But happy to, I know sometimes Heather works on Mondays and sometimes she's off on Mondays. And the one time she was off and able to make it, I canceled because I was just like feeling so exhausted. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. But anyways, we're here. So we will be doing 3 30-minute sprints, and we'll be on for about 2 hours. Sometimes we go a little over if we're super chatty, if we're chatty catties. But let us know what you're going to be working on for these sprints. After work today, I was like unpacking from my trip and doing meal prep and like putting all my like vitamins and pills and stuff in their cases. So I was like, oh, usually I do this on Sunday, but I like got thrown off with my schedule. So I'm just kind of trying to play catch up. So for this stream, I'll probably just finish playing catch up because I've got like a lot of emails that I need to reply to. And just like things I need to, oh yeah, I need to watch this YouTube video. Oh, there's this pre-order thing that I got that I want to see. So I got a whole bunch of like little piddly things to do, which is not really anything new.
They do tend to stick around, don't they?
Yes. And what are you going to be working on?
I have a bunch of like that kind of stuff too that I was hoping to get to today, and I have not been feeling very well, and my brain is just very like, let's not do this stuff today. I tried to write an Instagram caption earlier, and I was literally like blue screen computer, like why I can't. Okay, just like terrible brain fog. So I am going to be sending a backer update to my Kickstarter backers on the campaign because we unlocked a stretch goal, which is super exciting.
I just went on to check because I saw hi Jennifer, she had asked, oh, how are book sales? And so I was looking at yours because I'm like, well, you keep sending the stretch goal updates and then meeting it.
I know, and
your goal was 500, and now you're almost at 5,000.
Yeah, the thing with Kickstarter goals is a lot of times the way that they talk about them is it's a floor, not the ceiling. And so like you aim for 500 is like fairly standard advice to aim for with books. And then it's like, how far away from the ceiling is that? And you don't really know all the time. I really didn't know.
Yeah.
But the response has been really like overwhelming in a good way, but also in an overwhelming way. So I've been having a hard time keeping up with all of the like, oh, we just hit the stretch goal. I need to like update everyone. And when I do update everyone, it's like, oh yeah, the next one is only like this much away and we're already partway there. And so it's kind of like standing in front of a fire hose and trying to drink the water, like just a rush of stuff. So I have to send that back or update out. I have a few messages on there to respond to. I'm supposed to be sending an email to my newsletter tomorrow. So I have to write that. And that's going to be my focus. And then if I have time, I'm going to try to proofread my print copy of Smoke and Light, which had water spilt on it
Oh no.
on Saturday, like horribly. It is now the the waterlogged proof copy. Like, look at this.
Oh my gosh. Wow, there was some damage done. Ooh, that was a
Really
big cup
soaked
of
in.
water,
So
huh?
just a reminder to everyone that paperbacks and water do not mix. It was in the car seat in my car that I, chauffeur my mini BFFs around in. And I went to a sunflower festival on Saturday morning with an author friend of mine. And I put the sunflowers in the little sunflower bag in the cup holder of the car seat. And it fell into the car seat during transit. And when I got back to my house, like a solid 45 minutes later, it had soaked all the way through. I had to go through and like it was in front of a fan from like 1 p.m. Saturday until like just now. So
Oh
it's
my
mostly dry now, but yeah, it won't be the same.
Oh, well, boo. Well, it's got character now,
I'm like, it's fine. It's my proof copy. I'm literally writing in it, when I find stuff that's a little off and, an apostrophe that doesn't look proper. That's the kind of stuff I'm doing. So if there's time, I will crack this open, but
Cool.
we shall see.
Sounds like you've got a good plan for the night.
Oh,
I wish I knew. I don't know if my publisher knows how many pre-orders I've gotten. So I don't know, but in I think it was like day 6 that A Diamond Bright and Broken hit number 8 in new releases for teen and YA fantasy,
Yay.
action, and adventure.
I
So
don't have
one
my
of the
confetti
subgenres.
popper,
One of the subgenres. So I was like, oh, well, but people must be buying it. Like, and I was like, I was above like, what was it? Like, I don't know, Realm Breaker or one of the Victoria Aveyard books. And I was like, oh my gosh. And, so it was kind of cool. And I'm like, well, I'm below this, foreign version of Fourth Wing, and there's the new there's Murtagh and the illustrated version of Aragon. So I'm like, okay, I've got some stiff competition. But yes, I don't know. I need to ask Zara if I can like find out like how many pre-orders we've gotten like from each platform. But hopefully a lot. I think it's been going well, and by how much people have been sharing and talking about it, I think it'll be good.
And you still have so much time, like
I know.
6 months of pre-order, like
I know.
It's gonna trickle in as we go, and I'm sure right when we get closer to it next year, it'll probably have another boost.
Yeah, because then I had a coworker be like, "Oh, I didn't realize like pre-orders were so." Because I was like, "Oh, like another one of my coworkers had pre-ordered the book." I was like, "Oh, did you submit for the character art?" And she's like, "What? I didn't know that." I'm like, "Yeah, go on the website." And then she's like, "Oh," because they're like, "Oh, it's a way to promote, the book." And she was like, "Oh, I didn't." The other one was like, "Oh, I didn't know pre-orders were so important." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is, not known to everyone." I'm like, in my world, I'm like, "Oh, I know how important it is." But other people, and she's like, "Oh, I don't want to forget that I pre-ordered it." So everyone buys it when it's best for them. So Felicia said, I'm currently taking a mini break from the revenge thriller and writing a poem to post on Instagram and YouTube. Oh, I love that. Both of those things sound awesome. So, and your handwriting until next year. Oh no. I was like, oh, it's not by choice, but
I just heard handwriting. I'm like, oh, cool.
Stopped working. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Oh no.
That's a bummer.
You get the heart for that.
Yeah. Oh, hopefully it'll,
I
you
hate
can
when
get one.
computers go because it always feels like you either have to wait or emergency buy one, and they're not cheap. So
Yep.
it's yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I had a work laptop that then I got a new job and, so I returned that laptop and then that job I got a work laptop, but now I'm back like treating patients, so I don't have a work laptop. So I had to give that one back. And so I'm like, oh man, I've just been riding off of other people's laptops for like the past 4 years. And so I don't have one. I just have my desktop. And so I'm like, oh, I can't like
Oh,
go and write like at a cafe or anything. But I'm like, okay, that's not my top priority right now, but it's on my little wish list
yeah.
to get eventually.
And I mean, if you, I don't know, Black Friday-ish, there might be something worth,
Ooh,
snagging,
that's smart.
depending
Yeah.
on what kind you like. I'm a Mac girl, so like
I
I
I
struggle to
I was never a Mac, but then the
purchase.
last work laptop I had was a MacBook, and I actually really liked it. I liked all the features and the shortcuts and stuff. I just wish that there was Microsoft Word on it. I'm like, if you could just take the MacBook and then just give me Word,
I
I
mean, you
would.
can buy Word.
You can
Yeah, they have
for
Word for Mac. Mhm.
really mind blown.
Yeah, so you would just be on, like you wouldn't be on, like, the Microsoft system, but you can buy, like, Microsoft Word and, like, the whole suite, Excel, and all of that for Mac.
Oh, okay. Well, this
Yeah.
might change things
They're like,
now
"And
with
now."
and now, okay, you're dilemma here.
Yeah. I went to art school for college, so they were like, "Get a Mac," and I was like, "Okay," and
Oh.
yeah, I have not turned back.
Cool. Okay, well, now whenever I do decide to get one, now I'll have more options because Mac will be in the picture. Okay, let me pull up the kitty race timer.
Yay. Oh, I haven't had a kitty race timer in so long, it feels like.
Yes, yes. Do, 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 do. So let us know which cat you think is going to win from 1 through 7.
Ginger cat.
Ginger for sure, yeah. I forgot. Janine came in. Hey, Janine. Gonna write a little bit and then dinner time. And JC's here. Hi, JC.
What's for dinner, Janine?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good question. Throws confetti too. Thanks, Heb.
I have a pumpkin iced chai.
Oh,
I started making a DIY copycat recipe of the Starbucks pumpkin cream iced chai,
oh,
and it has been lovely.
that sounds so good.
It's
Oh,
been good. I have
you
enjoyed
always make
it.
such good food and drinks and things. I'm like, oh,
I baked bread earlier and made more blueberry lemon chia seed jam.
no. Okay, okay, I need to
Ta-da!
move over there. Oh, okay, I'm moving there.
My only problem would be I don't know how to make it all vegan. Like I tried to do the gluten-free and vegan baking, but without the eggs, it's a lot harder.
Mm,
So
fair.
I always can do like the dairy-free and gluten-free, but when we hit vegan, I always go like, "Oh, I
That's fair.
struggle."
Yeah.
I mean, the jam's fine, but the bread has eggs in it.
It's hard to take so much away. Um, well, I'm gonna go with number 1 because no one said Zuko yet, so I'm gonna say
Aw,
Zuko.
this little Zuko.
And, well, we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right, that was the end of the first sprint, and Ginger won. Yay!
As it should be.
So Kristin won and Felicia won. Woohoo! Oh, and JC. JC always
Oh yes, JC
JC
is
always
always Team
Ginger.
Ginger Cat.
We had a friend pop in.
I'm sorry.
Yay. It's okay. No need to apologize. Let me
I
take
saw
off.
the time and I was like, oh shoot.
No, that's okay. I was like, Zara could not be feeling well or whatever. I'll just, not bother.
I mean, I that was true, but I'd still set an alarm to like be up on time, and then I wound up sleeping through that alarm, and it was like thunder and lightning that woke me up. And I checked my phone, and I was like, "Oh no, no, no!" I'm like,
It's okay.
no, I'm happy to be here.
Do you want to give a little?
Sure. My name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, which is a small publishing company dedicated to uplifting marginalized voices without pigeonholing authors into writing about their trauma. And I'm publishing Holly's debut book, among others. So yeah, very excited. And I will be editing your book either later this week or like first thing next week. I'll be getting back to that.
Cool. Yeah. No worries. Yay. So how did everyone do? I did my mishmash of catching up on things, and then right at the end I was like, because I had 2 loads of laundry, so I was like, I can throw the stuff into the dryer. So it's just catch up day. But I'm checking things off my list, which is good. It's what warms my soul.
I always feel so accomplished when I've like done laundry. Like it's not hard to do, and yet it's something I always put off. And then once I've done it, I'm like, that feels so good.
Yeah.
And then do I learn from the previous experience? No, I still put it off. And then
well, it's weird. I don't mind doing laundry. I just hate putting it away. Like I'm like, I'll put it in and like transfer it, and then I'm just like, really?
I'm like very good at putting it away once it's done. I don't know. It's like I feel like I'm unique in that sense. But the block to laundry still exists. And it is
like getting it started is the hard part.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm kind of one of my markers for I've been dealing with some health issues, and one of my markers is like if I don't put the laundry away when it's done, that's how I know that I'm really not feeling well. It's like if I get it folded, put it away, I'm doing pretty good. If I don't, it's like, yeah, we're just gonna live out of this hamper for the next week or so, and it's fine.
Living out of the hamper, yes.
It's terrible. I hate it, but it's like sometimes you just got to do it.
How did your newsletter / post stuff go?
I got back to all of my Kickstarter messages. I started writing the update. So yeah, I did a little bit.
Nice.
I also accidentally wrote something that didn't make sense. Thankfully it caught it. It was like squiggle line, and I was like, what's wrong with what I just said? And it was like a totally wrong word. And I was like, yep, this is where we're at today.
That's great.
I write books, it's fine.
Yeah. There are times when I've made like a really silly typo in a social media post, and I'm like, see, had I like not hit post immediately, because sometimes autocorrect helps me and other times it's like, no, you're on your own. And it's not even about like it messing up. It just like won't correct things. So I'll think it's going to correct something and hit send, and then I'm wrong. And I'm like,
you had one job. One job.
But I feel like it's so universal that everyone knows that just because you're like a writer or an editor or, majored in English or whatever it is, does not mean that you're not going to have a really garbled sentence somewhere.
I feel like we know it, but people who like aren't fellow writers or majors in English are like, didn't you study this? Like, how are you making mistakes? And it's like,
Do you make mistakes at your job?
Yeah. Like, wow, I could be very rude to you right now, but I'm not
Just
going
with
to
the
be.
English language in general.
Oh,
You
that's
know?
hilarious.
It's fine.
Becca popped in. Hello. And Musical Maggie, I love your username.
I don't know if you all can hear the thunder, but
I
it just
can't.
rumbled like.
Maybe oh my gosh. It was raining here and I woke up this morning with to lightning and thunder. So I'm like, oh my gosh. Like
It was
oh.
pretty bad. I think Friday, and then my mom thought it was also going to be really bad on Saturday because I was going out to see Taylor Tomlinson, who's a comedian.
Yes. Oh, she's awesome.
I saw her Saturday night, and my mom was like, "Oh, how are you going to get home?" And I was like, "By car." And she was like, "Oh, well, it's going to be like thundering, and it's going to be really hard to get a car." And I was like, "Okay." So she wound up picking me up by car, but there was like no rain or whatever. And I was like, "Okay, we're good." And then yesterday was fine, and now it's like torrential downpour again.
It waited till today. Oh my gosh. I love her. I only know her from the Netflix, like her Netflix comedy special. So
that's how I found her. And then I followed her on like YouTube Shorts or whatever. And she had, at the end of some of her recent ones, by the time I was following her on there, it was like, oh, buy tickets for her tour, going to be in New York. And I was like, there's no way tickets are still available. But there was one. And I was like, yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's like with Millie Bobby Brown and the book that she wrote. She's going to be at Anderson Bookshop in Naperville, Illinois, which is like, 45 minutes away from me this Sunday. But I'm working a weekend shift. And so I saw like, oh, I can't go. And then I checked like however later and it was like sold out. And I'm like, yeah, I like totally would have bought a ticket. Oh, because I'm like, I want to meet her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say that like you were able to get tickets or
no. I wish
or something.
Ty also popped in. Hi, friends. And Hunter popped in after aerial hoop class. What?
I saw that comment. That looks really fun. I'm scared of heights though, so I don't know if I could do it.
Same. I don't like those medium heights, I call them. Those are the worst for me for some reason. And it looks so cool. Yes. And I have so much respect for people who do it, but I just don't know that I would be able to do it.
When I was younger, I didn't have a fear of heights. But like I didn't like rides that you couldn't get off of, and most of those are height ones. And I've only recently, my mom and I only recently were like, oh, maybe it's because you had all these ear infections as a kid before she adopted. No. And like that probably messed up something with like not.
I'm sure that that would make sense.
Yourself. Oh. But because all the rides I didn't like as kids, I think I developed like a fear of heights by like misattributing it to that. So now I'm like, if I'm up high and I can't see that I'm up high, I'm fine. But the moment like there's a ledge, I'm like, no, I'm going to be really far back. And my family is like, you're not going to fall over. And I was like, it's an irrational fear. Like, do I need to define the word irrational?
Right. Well, you need a lot of upper body strength for like silks and hoops. Yeah. So that's what gets me is I'm so weak. I don't have any like
and really solid core strength too.
Yes, yeah.
I have the core strength. I don't have the upper body strength.
Oh my gosh, more friends. Al. Hi, Al. Very late. It's okay. Everyone's popping in when they can. And Violette, hello. I think you're new here. Just dropping by to like the stream and wish y'all all the productivity. Thank you. I just finished AGC.
It's short for a gilded cage, and I think her name is pronounced Violet. And if I've been wrong for months and months, I do.
Oh, is it Violet? Okay, let me know.
My streams.
Let me know. It's just it's spelled different than the normal Violet, right? Usually it's with the I-O. Okay.
Yeah, it is spelled different, but I'm now having I've been saying Violet the whole time.
So it's probably Violet.
Yeah, I'm just now having an identity crisis for someone else, being like, have I done this wrong?
But she's probably gone since she was just dropping by, so we'll never know.
At the next stream, but yeah.
Well, congrats on writing the end. That's
yes.
amazing. If you're still here.
Yeah.
Laundry is a whole day thing. Oh. Yeah, or maybe it's just me. No, it's true.
Oh, she is here. It's Violet.
Oh, yay. Okay, thanks, Violet. Glad you were still around. Jennifer ate dinner and pestered people on my end.
Sounds like a very productive half hour.
That's great. I hate putting it away too. Yeah. At least I put my laundry away. I don't like to, but I do it.
I want to clarify, when I put my laundry away, I don't mean I fold it and make it perfect. I mean, like, it's away in the drawer or the closet where it should be. Like, it doesn't look like, you know, if someone wanted to go shopping in my clothes, it could be a store.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like not out anymore.
Right.
But it's not.
I feel like somewhat the Marie Kondo kind of thing. Like I tried and then I forgot how to do it. And I just like, I watched the video like twice and it was like, this is close enough. And so I kind of sort of do something like that. And I'm like, this is great. And it's put away. You know, it's not perfect, but it works.
If it works, that's what matters. Mine is like on the verge of not working and I really do need to work on my stuff. I just haven't done it.
I need to pull everything out of like my dresser.
Yeah.
And redo it. And I just don't want to. Yeah, I just don't want to. So I just keep doing my like almost method folding and putting it away. And then I go, I really should just pull everything out of here and fold it all nicely. And it just, no, I don't have the energy for that.
It's a long time till we need to do a spring cleaning. So
it'll probably be like mid-fall. I'll just be like, no, this must be done today.
I'm so bad. It's like, I know everyone does spring cleaning. For me, it's always like a summer purge.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not even me actually getting rid of clothes normally anymore but it's just like, okay, take everything out and put it all back nice. But by the time spring is happening, I'm like, I'm too busy doing stuff. I don't have time to like completely redo.
Well, what I just started doing, because I just did a purge, I was like, okay, like let me like get rid of like shirts I don't need and stuff. And now I've got like, now that I have to wear scrubs again, I started doing, okay, I wear something, it goes on the left side of my scrub. So now I have all this stuff on the right side that I haven't worn yet. So then at the end of the year, because you have to give it like a season, you know. So then I'm like, okay, if I haven't worn whatever I haven't worn that's still on the right, that means I haven't worn it in a year. Because instead, you know, when they say, flip the hanger, but I'm like, I never do that because it's really awkward. But I think that this way works better. And I find that I'm picking things from the left still. I'm like, well, I like the shirt. I want to wear it. So it's going to help me.
I started doing that with like white hangers and black hangers. And the one would be... And then, I did not follow through. And so now they're just have black and white hangers with like...
I mean, that sounds fun. That does sound fun to look at. The trick that I had learned where it was like, turn the hanger the other way to see what you do. And I was like, that works to some degree, but most of my clothes are kept in drawers because I'm obsessed with like sweaters and pants that don't need to be hung up. Yeah. So like that isn't even a good indicator. It's like these are all fancy things that like I know I don't wear on a regular basis, but it's also like I'm not going to get rid of a dress just because I wore once.
Yeah.
Incredibly wasteful.
I'm always like I am a little more minimalistic with wardrobes. I try to do like a capsule wardrobe-ish. And so I'm like I have lots of I can mix and match these kind of things. But when I get rid of something, there have been times where then like 3, 4, 6 months later, I'm like, where is this shirt? This would be perfect. And I'd gotten rid of it. Yes. And then I'm like, okay. So even if I don't wear them super often, I've been keeping them because I don't have a ton of clothes to pull from. And if I get rid of something and then want it a year from now, I don't have
Yeah.
to buy new clothes to
That's why I'm
find
like,
something that works.
I feel like I need to at least give it like a buffer of like 2 years, because it's like, maybe I'm not going to a wedding this year, but I'm gonna go next year, and that's when I'm gonna need that dress or, something like that. I don't know. I just feel like
Yeah, no, I think it's good to give you a buffer
Or the clothes.
because, I
yeah.
think it's good for a buffer for fancy clothes. I think for
Yeah.
clothes that you could be wearing on a regular basis and you're like, I haven't touched this all year,
Uh-huh.
then maybe. Like maybe we need different standards for different types of clothes.
Probably.
And
I
one
think
size
that's
fits
fair.
all.
Yeah.
It's true.
'Cause I'll wear the same things too, just sensory wise. Like if I need something soft, like if I'm not feeling well, I want soft clothes. And so there's some things that don't have that texture, and so they don't get worn as often because I'm like, give me the
Mm.
oversized sweatshirt and like the lounge pants, and I'm gonna wear that.
Ugh.
So yeah, there's so many different things that play into it.
I used to have so many tank tops when I went to like summer camps and things like that. And since being an adult and being able to decide what I wanted to do over my summers, like that hasn't happened in a long time. And I normally like wearing t-shirts over tank tops. And then if it's like warm enough for me to wear any type of sweater, even if it's like a lighter sweater than what I'm currently wearing, I will wear that over instead of a t-shirt.
Mm.
So it was so hot over 4th of July weekend. Or not weekend. I don't remember what days they fell, but whatever, 4th of July this year, I was so hot and I was like, I don't have any tank tops to wear.
No.
And I was just like, so now I'm like, do I buy more tank tops? And
The
no, I will
struggle.
only wear them like in July and August.
For those 1 or 2 really hot days.
I
Yep.
know.
You'll need it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh, sorry, I'm covering you,
No, it's
Zara, but
fine. Yes, I do. Sometimes I can't be bothered and I'll just like I'll reply to my own message and be like, my finger slipped. If it's just like a really minor thing, but other times I'm like, no, this needs clear the slate, fix it. Someone's gonna have seen it, but I don't care.
If I see it right away, I'll delete it, but if it's been a little bit and I've got like likes and people have seen it, I'm like, it is what it is.
I mean, I really appreciate the edit function on Instagram and like
Yes.
Facebook. Not that I've used Facebook in like forever, but
Mm-hmm.
the fact that you have to pay for it is so annoying. And I'm like, nope.
Yeah, that's not okay.
It's like just don't have the feature. Like people have been complaining about it for years that you don't have the feature, but
right. So enough to be obligatory typo in my like publishing announcement, my publishing deal announcement, of course, So it's like you need it. It gives you character.
Hey, Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa and Ingrid. Hello. So let us know which cat you think is going to win for the second sprint, 1 through 7, or the color.
I'm going with 5. Sorry, Zuko.
I know. I'm going with 7. I stuck with Zuko. I voted for Zuko in the first one, and I'm keeping with him.
I don't know. I'm just like having an instinct, It's probably the wrong instinct knowing my track record with these cats, but
Ginger cat, always.
Oh. Oh, nice. Musical Maggie's literally cataloging my closet right now so I can figure out what on earth is in here.
Yes.
All right, Janine's going to get dinner during this sprint. And people are voting. Yay. All right. Well, let's kick off this second sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. That was the end of the second sprint, and Zuko won. Yay.
My instinct would be wrong.
Should have gone with Zuko.
Hey, Ginger is right there at the finish line.
Yeah, that's true. Yay. So, how did everyone do? I put my laundry away. Yes, I did. And then yeah, was still doing my email catch up. So, was productive.
I very, very slowly started writing this campaign update.
Yay.
It's almost done.
That's awesome. I'm always, whenever I like do like newsletters and stuff, I'm always like, oh my gosh, it's going to take forever. And then it really doesn't. Or if it's like, well, if you did a little bit at a time, as opposed to trying to do it all at once, Holly, like you have a whole month and you wait till the end, you know, that's why you're not sending them out monthly.
I mean, I also wait until the end of the month. And then also I'm like, I haven't written my own newsletter for me personally in like a while.
Oh, I forgot to say also Maggie voted for Zuko as well. So
right.
She also won. I forgot. I was just so excited that I won. I forgot to look and see who else won.
It's okay. You got swept up in, you know,
in the excitement. Yes. How did you do, Zara?
I did some research for to see if something made sense.
Nice. Did it make sense? Does it make sense?
It's like some people say yes and other people don't. And I'm like,
no.
I can't tell if this is like, okay, so I have 2 Canadian authors. And when I'm editing their books, I'm like, is this misspelled or is this Canadian, like English? You know, it's like that type of thing. And with the thing I'm researching now, I'm like, is this like a country difference or is this just like the internet can't agree?
That's tough. Because there's not, I don't know.
I might go back to it later, but I think I like need a break or my eyes are gonna end up crossed and just be like, I know what people are saying. There isn't an answer.
No. That's fair. Oh, Heather's folding laundry. Good job.
I saw that pop up. I was like, oh, you're both thinking the same thing.
Twinning, yes.
But literally.
Yes, literally twinning. There were so many things this weekend. Like I was like, oh, I do this. Do you do this? And then we just looked at each other like, oh my gosh, yes, I do that too.
So I've known multiple sets of twins in my life, like of different ages or whatever, but I've never been someone who's like, oh, are you like this? Because I'm like, if I was a twin and people just wouldn't shut up about like, is this twin thing real? I would just be like, you know what's gonna be real is both of us putting you in your place. So I just don't ask.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, and like now, I mean, we live so far away and we look, you know, different enough that like people don't get us mixed up. Like,
yeah, all the twins that I've known, like as they got older, they started looking more different, and people are like, "Oh no, it's just because you know them more." I'm like, "No, like here are pictures of them. They look more different. Like this isn't me making it up. They look different,
right?" Yeah, but I like having like our similarities and our differences. You know, like it makes it fun. But we were on the same page with things, and on Friday I was like, this is why we need to co-write a book together, Heather. We have our different ideas, and then it comes together and magic happens.
Are you like completely opposite on some things, or is it just like, no, we like disagree, but we're never like completely
with like writing stuff?
No, I just mean like about anything. It could be like something really stupid where it's like, you know, like one of you will save the best bite of food for last and then the other one will like eat the best part first.
That's something that I brought up on Saturday because I had leftover, or on Friday because I had leftover tacos from dinner. And so I was like, oh, you need to try it. And I was like, oh, this one was like my least favorite one, like, but the other ones were good. And so then like I'm eating my food and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have the guac.
I can't believe I brought up
right. We literally talked, I was like, oh, the guac is last. That's the last, taste I want on my mouth. And then I turned to her and she has like the little like, vegan steak taco last. I was like, why did you leave that for last? And that you want that to be the last taste?
The only reason I thought of that is because my cousin, who like loves food almost as much as I do, whenever we go out, like to split food, whenever we go out to eat, we normally split a bunch of things rather than each ordering an entree.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll always like leave the best tasting thing, and I always will ask before I remember, no, she's saving that for the last bite. Whereas I'm like, it's not that I'm trying to do the tastiest stuff first, and save the like least good stuff for last.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not someone who saves any of it. I'm like, I'm just eating.
Yeah, see, I'm the same way. My cousin is very much like the last bite must be the thing that I want to be the last bite. And I was like, it never occurred to me until he said that. And I was like, oh, that's a thing.
Like, it makes sense to me that people do it, but by the time that I'm eating at a restaurant, I'm already hungry. Like, I get to a restaurant hungry. Because by the time the food comes, it's like, am I going to be hangry? Or are we going to get in under the wire? So therefore, I'm not thinking about saving stuff. I'm just like, I'm hungry.
I just kind of eat the whole thing. Like, whatever I have, it's like I'm just kind of eating the whole thing in pieces.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I won't eat like just one part of the meal all in one go.
Yeah,
I'll mix it up, but it's not, I'm eating this first because I like it the best. I'll just be like, okay, I'm gravitating towards the mashed potatoes right now, but like I don't know, I'll reach the grilled asparagus next. Like, and neither of those are like one I like better than the other in my example. Some people would be like, oh, that's clearly
the mashed potato. Why is that a contest?
Yeah.
I'd be like spearing the asparagus and like dipping it in the mashed potato.
There you go.
Give me all of it.
I love it. Oh, Janine, wait, did you tell us what you have? Maybe you had left, but Zara had asked what you were eating for dinner.
Inquiring foodies want
yes, now that we're talking about food. Maggie finished reading the article she was on, and she's about halfway through cataloging work clothes. Woohoo!
I'm very impressed, man.
I want to know if Maggie was already doing this before we talked about like clothes and capsule wardrobes and everything, or if we inspired.
Oh my gosh, that's so true.
I think when she was commenting as we started talking about it. So
I know, but then I was like, is it just like weird timing, or is it like, oh, I'm not doing this?
Al wrote 219 words to start off. Awesome. Nice. Vanessa got another section of the blog post done. Woohoo. Ingrid suddenly realized I've ended my first book too soon, adding 2 new scenes to it now. Sigh. Now you're making it stronger. Yay. And Felicia picked up a kiddo from volleyball practice. Nice.
Oh.
I read that comment when it came in, and my forearms
got
sore reading that.
That's literally what I thought of too. Like, I thought about how much my forearms hurt.
Like, I read that comment. Sorry, I'll be right back.
No, you're fine. That's literally what I thought too. Oh gosh.
Did you play volleyball, Holly?
Just like in gym, but like I just wasn't very good. Just like my hand, like eye coordination with like throwing frisbees or hitting balls. It's like I'll go like this and it'll go behind me, or I'll go like this and it'll fling behind me. It's like
I was
it's just not my thing.
To set it up for another teammate, but whenever it was like, oh, you need to get it over the net, I was like, I can get it over the net. Is it going to stay within the court though?
Right. Like, where's it going after that? Yeah.
Yeah. So I was always like, no. Like, I'm happy to, bump and set it, but I can't do the other stuff. Like, don't ask me to spike. It doesn't turn out well.
I'd probably do okay with that. I just don't know the coordination part of like aiming. I'm not sure about that part, but I'm so tall that I feel like
Oh,
I
yeah,
could
you
be
would be good
helpful
at right, you would
in
be
the
good at
front like
that.
that, but still. Only if it goes to the right spot though, right?
I feel like you'd be good at spiking though. Like you'd probably be up. People would want you up front, and it would like
Ooh, to block?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I wore my boots for the first time this season on Saturday morning, and I was going to a farm to see some sunflowers with a friend of mine, and
That
I
sounds
was
so
like,
pretty.
oh,
And I
Yes.
it
feel
was so nice. It was so nice. But these boots have like a 2-inch chunky heel, and I was like, I'm like 6 feet tall today, and it just the 2 inches make a world of difference when I'm moving around the world. I'm like, oh, everything, like I have to extend my seat back in the car, like all these things. I was
Oh,
like, okay.
when
But they had
I
sunflowers taller than me.
when I wear heels, I'm still short. Like I can wear 3-inch heels or 4-inch heels, and I'm still short. Because
I
I'm
wouldn't even
like
attempt.
5', 5'1", depending on my posture.
Oh.
Yes.
Measured.
You say that, and I'm like, sit up straight.
I know.
Oh, that's hilarious. Courtney popped in. Hi, Courtney. No worries about being late. We still got one more sprint because we've been chatting. Maggie was working on it.
Okay.
YouTube, thanks to YouTube. Felicia said, I was horrible at volleyball, couldn't make the team, so I played softball. Hey.
Softball's fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
I didn't play anything after like 5th and 6th grade. I played basketball
Nice.
for a hot minute.
I was gonna say you'd be good at basketball too by being tall.
Yeah, I don't love the whole like how competitive everyone else is. About, you know what I mean? Like, I just didn't like that, and I was like,
Yeah, I didn't love sports because of that reason.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not that into this.
Like, I was good.
I don't like it that much. Yeah.
I was good at swimming and I was good at softball, and everyone was like, "Oh, you should join the teams." I was like, "No, thank you."
No.
I don't need people like getting mad at me if I like have an off day, or like people getting mad at me from my school if they're like, "Wait, you're supposed to be the nerd. You're not supposed to be athletic too." And no thanks.
I think that's why I gravitated towards like solo sports, like playing like, you know, like Dance Dance Revolution, like DDR, because it was like, and people would play against each other, but for me, I'm like, oh, I just want to improve on my score that I have on this song as opposed to beating other people. So it was like always more of this like internal competition with myself. So yeah. And maybe it came from like I kind of fell off of sports, and then I was doing like the musicals, and so it's like all about teamwork and, you know, being in the chorus, and you need them too. So it was good. Oh, people are voting. The numbers are 1 through 30. So if you see a color you like, you can vote for color. Dark purple, light purple, you can pick a color or a number 1 through 30.
I see a ginger cat in there.
I'm gonna pick 27 for no reason.
You know, I'm gonna pick. I think 16 is like a. Well, I guess that is kind of like a ginger. So maybe I'll pick like the dark ginger. I think that might be like 17 or something.
Oh, I see.
He's kind of like a tan. Yeah, like a, I don't know what kind of brown.
We'll find out when they.
He's right in front of the yellow one. Yeah,
Yeah.
in the middle there. I'll find him. I'll search. Ooh, barbecue and fries.
Ooh.
Yes, Janine, I just saw it.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Nice. Okay. I had my dinner and now I need a snack.
My dinner arrived, so I'm gonna be eating
it. Okay, cool.
I'm having Indian.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, you guys, enjoy your food. And the final sprint, we will get started in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone.
I won!
You won! Woohoo!
So we each won one.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we did. And this is like, usually people don't win the like 30 cats. Like that is a
True.
big accomplishment. Like
I've now won twice on your streams. I feel very accomplished every time it happens.
As you should.
Nice.
Yes.
4 is fired. It's great. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's some fun colors. I love the blue ones, the pink ones. Like, yes.
Yeah, the blue ones are like number 2 and 20.
Yeah, super cute. Yay. Hi, Rolf. Yes. Buenas lunes. So for that last sprint, my last load finished in the dryer, so I put that away. It was good. A good little laundry doer. And I had a little bit of a brownie left, so I ate that with some blueberry lavender almond milk that I had from Trader Joe's. I didn't make it.
Blueberry lavender.
Yes. I know. I was like, I am very intrigued, and it just tastes really like cozy. So yeah, and then I was guarding Chris's macaroni while he was like making the cheese for dinner because Oliver was trying to like paw and like, can he get a noodle? You know, like can he steal some? And now he like lies in wait whenever we're boiling water. Now he's like, they're making pasta, either ramen or mac and cheese or I'm gonna be able to eat something or lick the pot afterwards or the water that's filled up in the pot. Like he will.
Andy, or is he just a little bit delusional?
I mean, like,
like, do you let him once it's like later, or I'm not judging you. I'm just curious because like Brian will stare at me to give her food, and I'm like, you're 11 years old and still living in the delusion that I will give you human food.
Well, he like kind of steals it, and like I'm a sucker, so like I'll give him something, but like Chris won't. So he usually knows not to like try too hard with them. But like sometimes I'm like, oh, if I give you a little bit of this or that, like he likes fries, so I'll give him a little piece of a fry, and then he's okay. So I'm like, you just give him a little bit, and then he'll leave you alone.
Oh no, Riley's not like that. If you give an inch, she will take like 3 miles.
That was Kyrie. Kyrie like forgot. I'd be like, we just gave you watermelon, or you got the carrots, or you got chips, or whatever it was, and she was just like, well, now I want more. So
Riley once conned my mom into giving her a second dinner because my mom was napping, and because I didn't want to wake up my mom, I fed Riley, and then Riley finishes her dinner, waits however long that like I go back into my room. This is back when I was living at my mom's apartment. I go back into my room. I'm like watching a video. I don't like hear Riley crying at my mom because I'm not paying attention. Then all of a sudden I hear like stuff in the kitchen, and I run in and I'm like, no, Mom. And Riley's already halfway done with her meal, second meal. And I'm like, no, Mom, I already fed her dinner. And she's like, oh, she was crying and acting like, you know, she like hadn't eaten. And I'm like, keyword is acting.
Second she got second dinner.
They can be such good little actors when they want to be.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this will work out for me.
Janine's saying she's thinking about doing a Kickstarter for her book once it's ready.
Yeah.
You'll need to do that
for everyone, but
you need that Kickstarter for writers course.
No, I am not the person to do that. Then there are plenty of expert people who have done that, so like just find them.
You're like, I'm not taking that on.
Well, you learned very well.
I shouldn't. You know, like, I literally, this is my first Kickstarter for my debut novel. Like, I should not be making a course about this. Like, if you have a question and I can answer it, then like that's one thing. But by no means an expert.
Well, you're looking like it. So, Al got 489 words. Yes, so far that's awesome. Ingrid got the first draft of her new scenes done. Woohoo! Heather finished laundry, fed the pets dinner, hopefully first dinner. Broth said, I'm getting to my last chapter, gonna make it a page or two and then start my third collection. One step closer to one major writing break. Yes, you're so close. Sort of got distracted, honestly, and that's okay.
Yeah, I ate dinner. I didn't do work that spring.
Yeah, that's what I figured, you were eating your dinner.
I didn't finish it, but I will continue eating it even.
Nice. You're good for eating slow. I eat in 10 minutes and I'm like, I was really hungry and I need to learn to slow down and appreciate my food.
I think I only eat slow because even if I'm really hungry and I do finish and then entire whatever in one go, my stomach will be like, okay, you have to slow down. We need to make more space before you can keep going. Whereas most of the people in my family, they'll just keep going without checking in. And then they're like, oh, I overate. And I'm like, gee, I wonder why.
Yes. Well, coconut curry lamb on top of white rice. That sounds really good. If it was coconut curry with rice, coconut curry with chickpeas. So funny. Yes, no easy feat with 3 cats and 3 dogs because she has a foster dog. So Heather's got a little bit of a zoo going on at her place.
Yeah, I was. I don't remember
Oliver,
what day it was, but Nikki was. I feel so bad. I'm blanking on her last name. She was a guest on one of my streams, and she was talking about all the pets she had, and I'm like, I don't understand people who are able to function with more than 3 pets. And even to me, I couldn't function with more than 1 pet at a time. I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, that's tough. It's I feel for me, I'd be I just don't have enough lap space or couch space because it's well, this is that pet spot, this is that pet spot, or they're both they're fighting for my lap now, and so I'm sorry, they're already here, you can't take it. So
I mean, that's all true, but I'd also be if I had a dog, I'd have to make sure they weren't getting in trouble. If I had a cat, I'd also have to be please don't climb that. I just no matter what, even if one doesn't require walks all the time, I'd still, oh my God, I can't watch. I mean, I could, but it's I don't, I know.
That is a lot of kids, a lot of fur babies. Al said everyone had fun eating, relaxing, cleaning, writing, and so on. So true.
It was a good spring.
It was very good. So thanks for joining us. We will be here same time, same place next week for Monday Motivation Sprints at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. No, don't worry. And I think you guys are both looking to be here next week, right?
I might.
Okay, I can't remember if you.
We shall see.
Yes, maybe. All right, you guys. Please follow these lovelies down below. And have a good week. Hope you had a good start to the week with joining us tonight. And we will see you next time.